provided the necessary support for growth-enhancing initiatives. I am again happy to inform this august House that with the support of His Excellency the President, Cabinet, and all stakeholders, we have successfully concluded the second review of our extended credit facility with the International Monetary Fund, which led to the disbursement of the third tranche of $360 million, bringing total disbursement to about $1.6 billion. We have completed the debt restructuring program with the Official Creditor Committee of Ghana, covering $5.1 billion, resulting in approximately $2.8 billion of debt service relief. This means that we will not service our debt to our official creditors from 2023 to 2026. We have concluded negotiations with our Eurobond holders, covering $13.1 billion, which will lead to a cancellation of $4.7 billion of our debt and provide debt service relief of another $4.4 billion between 2023 and 2026. We've concluded our negotiations with 5 of the 7 independent power producers, which will lead to a saving of $6.6 billion over the remaining lifetime of the power purchase agreements. We've reined in expenditures to ensure we are within the 2024 budget appropriation and exceeded the mid-year non-oil revenue target by 3.7%. In effect, Mr. Speaker, we are living within our means. Indeed, consistent with our programs with the IMF, we are on course to achieving a primary surplus of 0.5% of GDP by end of the year. We've cleared all outstanding bank transfer advice, BTAs, up to 2022, and working hard to pay BTAs from 2023. We've embarked on major reforms of state-owned enterprises, especially those in the energy and cocoa sectors, to be fiscally prudent and reduce their risk on the budget. We've launched the SME Go program to provide financial and technical support to SMEs. We've disbursed 5.4 billion Ghana cedis to support LEAD, school feeding program, capitation grant, and NHIS since January 2024 to reduce the burden on the vulnerable in our society. We've spent about 1.5 billion Ghana of Fanko and Sawam Road, Keta water supply, Opichibi Lamte, and Flower Pot interchanges, the 3 bypasses on the Kumasi-Accra Highway, and the Tema and Pakadam Railway line. We've completed the Prempeh the First International Airport in Kumasi and the Yakubu Tali International Airport in Tamale. Agenda 111 hospitals are at various stages of completion. We have completed the Afari Hospital in Kumasi and many other hospitals across the country. To advance our digitalization drive and expand our unique identification system, we've invested about 135 million Ghana cedis in the National Identification Program since January 2024. Mr. Speaker, this significant progress has been underpinned by an environment of enhanced and inclusive engagements with key stakeholders. These engagements have provided useful feedback, improved our understanding, and boosted our cooperation with stakeholders. Mr. Speaker, the stabilization is real. We are determined to stay the course on our fiscal consolidation program. Increased attention will continue to be given to prudent management of approved expenditures and improved revenue mobilization. We will also continue with our programs of delivering critical physical and digital infrastructure. To generate economic activity and increase growth, we will focus on increasing our investments in the road sector under the Economic Growth Improvement Program area. This program will ensure that roads are built to connect producing areas to market centers and to key tourist sites. Accordingly, certain critical economic roads have been prioritized. We are structuring a financial arrangement that will ensure the timely completion of these strategic roads. The Accra-Kumasi Highway, Accra has truly affected businesses and families, particularly the vulnerable in our society. These challenges have severely affected households, increased cost of living, and limited the creation of job opportunities. Our young people continue to seek employment opportunities beyond what the state can provide. Mr. Speaker, it has indeed been a difficult time, and I deeply empathize with our fellow Ghanaians. Mr. Speaker, over the last 2 years, the government has embarked on a number of decisive measures to get us back on the path of fiscal consolidation, economic stability, and growth. And I'm happy to note that these policies we have implemented are yielding the expected results. Growth continues to exceed our expectations. The 4.7% growth rate reported by the Ghana Statistical Service for the first quarter 2024 exceeds the 3.1% recorded in the same period in 2023. Inflation is declining. End June inflation rate of 22.8%, a reduction of 31 percentage points from the December 2022, which confirms the target of 15% by end 2024 is possible. Exchange rate has largely stabilized compared to December 2022, despite the recent pressures. The 18.6% depreciation rate to the US dollar as of June 2024 represents an improvement over the 22% recorded for the same period last year.
Yamadro na yuri aha aye Kessben television so Tuesday enyumre na yatrase yede Adwenkyere dwumadi ebro baby a wohwe yen bia no Kwaba eba dwumadi no eso Midende Kwabena Owusu Dankwah free summary akopem se nondu ebebo ena nyame ya adoma menya adofo mienu no mo aba beka yensa Raphael Osewusu Secretary Atwema Nwabiaja North MPP emu ena ogina ono eba beka yensa ene enyumrei na yedi dwumadie no sanso ena Patrick Kwame Director of Students Affairs and Elections Ashanti Region Edema the National Democratic Congress ono so eba beka yensa. But the key discussions and enumerate ebe center on the budget, first midweek media budget reviewer, the finance minister, Dr. Amin, at the Ekoto Mrashebejafi enim ene ho ensem ena ebe bobo ho na yaka. Ote se odin sema hodo at the etudwa at the afa budget no ho. Budget no ebe todwa no. The minority in Parliament, led by the minority leader, say a uninspiring cranshabianim, and a dadaya, and yadfufrubia. Ibebubu sansem who and enumri awujumedizo, but key factors nubia and they were wasem mepese meboso na abija fortnasia yadomo suko na yahwe. The implications for our nation, the future projections, whether the government has done so well in managing the affairs of the nation, and in Hong Kroneba, Yabahonsem Ewujumadi Eso. Mesha say abang etria about 12 billion Ghana cedis at the bond holders. We are under the domestic debt exchange program. Nemani Bia, the finance minister, Eddie Etudra, and on sign Eddie Etudra say, abang assign a significant strides, say a nay inflation, over modern say obetimi stabilizing. Samre Ekase, I say from 2022 up to date, inflation had dropped by 31%, 31 points from since 2022. Exchange rate and also show signs say and also a bit to me stabilize it. And some or the atudra. Or the atudra say and Ghana's international reserves increase to 3.1 months of import cover. We a bit to me a stronger buffer. Wamra external shocks be a bit to me, and as external shock be about minus so at least 3 months there. Any and nakakre gweche there. Ghana a bit to me are standing and no ensem ewa. Afi government assign a year substantial investment in social programs and infrastructure. Now the other two giants about 5.4 billion Ghana cedis in the nay. Yadis best various social programs. It be a livelihood empowerment against poverty LEAP program no. No account the school feeding program and a national health insurance scheme. We a scan be akwakodua. Say nearly 10 billion has been invested in the road sector since January 2024. A few years ago, 10 billion Ghana cedis and a buying at their share yakwain and sensem. Key projects need be the expansion of the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital. The rehabilitation of the Ofanko in Swam Road, and ongoing investment in water and sanitation infrastructure. We and Sama and no appeal a better educationer or say a dabain abu ekomasopa anti sabra yakase first half or by etimi ediska eura free SHS no emu first half nkwano abai I invested 1.5 billion Ghana cedis and the free SHS program now or say mebo so ebetimi enya quality education. Abai so assign a launch 8.2 billion programmer ebetimi aboa ama small and medium scale enterprises and also etimi enya baby almost summer sene no ma bomo say be ya ometimi afa nipa dodo na unemployment rate na ewo yemma no etimi akofom eno eye ensema eno so free. Dr. Adams assign editor was say about digitalization so and here kasa about 135 million Ghana cedis and a name wamo edi ewrema ebwa Emma National Identification Program let me akose be am for betimi access all the necessary information omo ehia na omo di edi womo adwuma and also hafe yede tudwa say aban ese every 2025 echo road tolls ebesan aba na etimi aboa no metimi enyeska titu ede ahwe yakwan eye ene ne siesie eho eno ensem ha odi tudwa say eni a woka say MPP aban apenso about 13 vehicle assembly points and now established here. Some make us about 4,700 vehicles and locally yet me a produce. Now almost science share say one more program and I say almost policy. I better say electric cars no. You bet me I should be a so omudi hujuma sebeya and also ebeti me aba. Ghana Revenue Authority yaka the mid-year omo revenue omo exceed omo targets by 0.2%. Afiwe na say omo abom homodin osan editu ya say aban ebon homodin bia se be ya betimi ahwe na afei wetimi atretre ekwan a Ghana ebetimi enye sika na ankoye se nipa kakra bi na omutu ato na emom omo hwe kwan betimi atretrem na ato no nipa dodo no etimi atua ne kwan hodo ebe fa so benye sika de abo oman ho bra. And the senti omo shebo se sa media budgeti nyade a omo the new taxes bia enso eba we de efri oba ban so media revenue no also etimi exceed by 0.2% by end of June 2024 na de no so epie efrim ho enso eno no ebe government etimi connect 49 polytechnics 144 health centers to the e-health system and also yen sama odi tudwa ene ewo media budget review no enso emu eno di tudwa say na Ghana ya public debt no ehuri from 658 billion Ghana cedis to 742 billion Ghana cedis. Ode etoto GDP ho a na chese about 70.6% of GDP na de no so ewo ho enso eno na de o kire nyina na se enei indication no chese bibia betimi akonanim ama Ghana bibia enso etimi akoye e de man no chichirem kire sentia esikasem no ana se ye ka no akọ sa or say ohwe external debt 452 billion Ghana cedis and domestic debts 290 billion Ghana cedis. So these are among some of the things and the finance minister the ekokotudwa now or say abang abomoding a live within his means and I say her means say enei omabomodin miomonipa omo aniska na omonya na amroso omabomodin etimiashe no bompaye say enkonkodu afi awieye na yenya any budget deficit pia bomodin na said ye ka say your budget from September ye kan 2024 budget no ebesi ne ya bibia dana kwam enkosi December no na chese aban watimi aye discipline ewo any fiscal usage no and so emu mameko na mema openi Raphael Owusu Dankwah secretary Emma Atwema Nwabeja North New Patriotic Party obeni akwaba na boko de yede ya me adom yenso ye ho ye papa yo you remember budget ne so but as usual this program the old do so high election year no mo akonya na about policies in programs Cynthia 2024 your couples na yento abaman mo akonya no interaction simadu mo akonya na fe kasa chega na for
Kewiri wedo ase amamencha me constituency Atwema Nwabeja North me PC e de neba honorable Frank Yeboah eneme MP a omabio honorable Benito Usubio
okay
and afi me DC Rebecca Yeboah me chia party fo nyina Kewudi ade ba ko a na niema kakra bi a meka se Ghana for nhweso na omun retaining the MPP in government meme o checheni enti minimum hwe na de any education sector Kewdi emre bi atwam ho onze nche bi ankra na be start wase no na nke du sa atamwe ya obehu sa awofo be school ngo mo ba ho. You ask yourself, hey, now the crying be there now for me briye be ye. Yodi. Omo ba any headmaster abeka. Say nkran registration. Kaye mo muntua ni installment.
Wow.
Na say uchi ye na headmaster jitum. Se muntua ni installment a. Akra ni tua na or exams na Kewdi. So we school next one train we the results in the bar they are blocking. You cannot access the results.
Even from the internet.
You can't. It's blocked at WAEC. You cannot even access it.
Because of the school car.
Because of the school car. Now every time we are head the share say Obe patch was your mount pia registration. By her backlog. School fees a cow dear. If you have registration, assuming 400 Ghana cedis. Meanwhile, what the car 1,500. Actually, if you do that time now, we are churching now share a crowd watching a dear 3 years. Now I do so better and sorry. Now because the parents cannot afford tea. 3 years or buying in a ebekwa because untimi ntro no nya wasi certificates. Ne do tambia na a teacher for yaya awofo yi you dip your hands in your pockets.
Oh, what you?
A book will serve as a guarantor. Now, against motivation, be a member. Now, what they see was say, Sebedro no ntia motivation young fancy. And you just somewhere or now, say. And ne uncrano. Yakopo macho, no more be sunlight a capture. No more mampo. Yakopo macho. Yes, no mumra, near come picture. Near registration. A ya dear Bakwa, a dear Bakwa, killed me as a shrini. Say, abayin ye she cry. Sa bed na abayin it may ye free. I shall tell also because na a do tembia killdi. You know how we survive. But we shall cry about chana dear pa. You dip your hands and pay for the student. When ye free, a teacher for so. When ye free, I will for so. Now what say ye free students so? Because say we a student now control exams, you see examination pressure and then kick home. Now say you are also contemplating say you be more register near more register because we want me to it's a burden on you the student. But say dear ya abayet me ye free hono. Kodi. It's enough justification. Say Ghana for enreso. There be American say me so daya, I'm in the best position to explain Diana to you. We saw it under the NDC. When through the work of Yera, former president Ajikun Kufuor, and now Nijume so no introduce national health insurance. When NDC and John Mahama and Nempaying for say, yen yeba, you bet me a no better. Jen ye ba ade na eye hobita ye so ni tirim po na wa sesa ebua ma Ghana fo nya apomuden no eye NDC forecast say omo ba they will do it better ke o de mene wo ye de me de mene mo dada asanteme mo ya na yete ye hu hawa NDC for share that the captation e be share asanteme ko e ma asantefo breye. Because Diana, Ora Kufuor Eson, it's the MPP that stood in that position to explain Diana. But because NDC for Ghana for also J at Trosama NDC Kayomujitu Muninti, we saw what we went through. And then Nanadu, and then I buy MPP abai as son Diana at the free SHS aba. Nanadu then I buy MPP government. Stand in a better position to explain the die. Say, ya kwaye ya mwa bro, adana, painful be a share na ye dink mono say, Raf, ya sremo munye jumano, na ye menyanko, SS, I'm say offer, ye na adi ye jumano. Because our banyanko SS ya, anyway, because ye who be that? A bomb that Ghana for say, oh, national health, you met my baby in ye. Ya di ma ye the national health course. So Bekaya, it drew maybe now call hospital. Yes, so Bekona Kiuni too. Cash and carry Kiuni. And a national health a Kiuni. Sa utra niya. Sana nkofo ye o ma shase ye ne de baaye. Oh ye ne shase ye ne de baaye. Say ye koye mistake me nuanom me maame no ofa moa. Mo manya nko free SHS ni bi no. Say ye koye mistake. Na ye dane akonya man this for ke odi me dem ba enya bi me ya sure so be wi na mo amaka no nti eno pe keke no enim se Ghana for behwe so na watu aba ke odi ye pe o ye mpe o abato aye ko ni December no is between the MPP and the NDC and for that matter the candidature of John Dramani Mahama Ena Yera Baumia. Yera John Mahama any opportunity to be vice president and president. Yera Mahmoud Baumia any opportunity to serve as vice president. Let's compare them. I don't want us to be comparing apples and oranges because they are all fruits. Let's compare when John was the vice president, and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as a vice president. Every time the carrier of the message is equally important as the message itself. Into nipa no de all can when he was there and had the opportunity to even move ahead, where are the results? Then compare. Now you say you Ghana Dutch in there, and you're not a obia when it's what do and what demonstrate say really when given the opportunity he performs. And no any anymore say between these two candidates there. So we say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho ekodi JD Amachia ene ono wadi nka ka hwe so ono ya akukufun. Now Oba 4 years is not coming back. Now ono asa request say ye man animu ade 4 years now wadi nka ka say 4 years is not enough. Now asa say ye man animu anhwe ya na Ghana for ya reverse. Because one thing I've realized, me nyini ya me di amanyose machi die. Whenever the NDC come, ya reverse. And it's when MPP comes that we try to bring everything on board. Yeah, the bar. Now, as usual, 8 years or so, 8 years or so, no, we follow the gimmicks, and nobody say they send us back. Let's compare the two candidates, what they have been able to achieve in government. Let's compare them and the policies that they stand for. Not just a shout, but indeed, any panel or council, you susuni who say, Asemi are walking and renti, a Teresa and obey me ayana. Then let's give them the nod. Right. And I believe between Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and John Dramani Mahama, I don't think they are equals. John can never be compared to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. He carries the key to the future.
All right.
John Diane. And if you are looking into the future, then we have to give Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the opportunity to bring on board these ideas.
Thank you, Ralph. But Akwaba.
No, that's all.
Be saying.
We are ordinary to cry as oh, as my work, keep your game.
But just a microphone.
Who shall be a nesse? Oh, yeah, okay. I want it.
Yeah.
Who shall be a now? What's Yana? Because the menu are marching. But me a dink a crab 20 seconds. Oh, they're making one. I want you to tell. Or just to be a on what I said to us. I'm sorry, they made you cry as a move. Oh, they're marking to our dreams.
Anyway,
sir, or as a house. More simple exercise. So we're free area daytime. Just that house, I won't say so. Therefore, if any poor Monama Montans. Oh, not share on posture. And they said, almost didn't know. But say, individually, most of them are talking to themselves. A sign of agony and pain. My sociology never catch it. To say, Usha, Ujina, who Dino, who's the Dinipana and Namana, who's the Nipan on one and Namo, Sebi, Nagin or more damn. Now, so no Kasakasano. See, said on grade school fees, baby school, I asked him, so you see people talking to themselves. How bad the system is. How unhappy
Any MPP from any Zimra.
Okay. Me buy eja ena ma ho kire ni ade nti kra no ment ma.
Went me ntia.
O se so da ho ti me kire wa o sia unwa kra hu zo ni o. Enti me betra da ho kire ni ade. Ma me chia okay wodi na me chia raf. Me hu na che. Na ye nchia abusafo mo hwe nyina ebre ni nti me ka say I stand on all existing protocols ko ntimi mo bodin nti party for mo hwe nyina na say unim say your fundraising e ba so Ashanti Regional NDC fundraising no e ba so on the Friday if you day anumre o Golden Bean Hotel na fundraising na man for show interest IF your card ye ton e penipa 300 aha sape a ombenya akwanya ne mampanyin dada a enche bia bo so me num ntem no asa e Ghana mampanyin edi enkuta wodi anunti se open card ni bi na wonya bia wo de hwehwe me ya bia obi o ha o businessman program na se konti me about person contribute o de bo modi ana hwehwe me fi na ekosi fiada bia wo bia me ya me ba ho na ba be na wo soso ya ma take it say o contribute bra Ghana ese ya o man na ebo na o man na ese o soso o betimi kura ye receipt ni dia to ahwehwe mu dia bo ho da chivi na ona na no mu dia kan asem say bra Ghana ese mo fo be fa o man na no mo bo o man no me so me di musical boy na timi je Ghana firo ha onya man and you are not just contributing to the NDC but you are also contributing to save Ghana tiesre say obi bia wo sta papa ni bibia na fi na ekosi fiada de kakra wo onke wodi wo da wo po bi de sinu so afre me wo fre me wo bia me a me ba brehwe na o contribution da ko ni ama wa dance de chese wo so contribute to NDC no kure ni nyame anim ni yeguso a ne Ghana fo kasa kasa yeguso a NDC fo ya ne Ghana fo kasa ahobrase mu e kire Ghana fo hia se yesa de NDC babio no kure amanyosema yeyi obia wo ne party a owo nanso ebdu mebia esese ya ye ni pe ye ka no kure kire ho na ye ya ade a beboa ye titiru ni oman no enti ena ye te Ghana he ope party a one Ghana fo di nkomo na o kire na niso ade hunu ni niam a oba ya NDC memo hu senti SSD NDC ba na mu eniam NDC di agu akwan mu a ne Ghana fo di hu nkomo a yekoso na omu di hu nkomo no enyakonya bia ehiama se yesa sisu biu na ye ni nipa di hu nkomo na twi nipa adwen siso ye program a ye di aba e ba ye nipa bebira so mu a omu di hu nkomo National Apprenticeship Program a program a 2016 ye kan wasem wo the 2016 manifesto yim na MPP before ba aban mu no omo attempt so omo be na so enam se enyo omo na eye omo ni so ade hunu nti no omo aye ne basa nti ya sase su biom se ye ba ye the National Apprenticeship Program ba eni sen opia etiga na hey se me ni raf we school na me ma dwen se me ko ntoso school ye senior high school a aban o ka bebere obo no and free education kra ba yi etuam school fees mami aduane amedi ni nyina na se ma ya ma dwen se me ko school so bi so ya na dwen se ono so be suan san no djuma obekwa kosuan de pam obekwa kosuan etiye obesuan organizer obesuan Kumasi meet empaboa ana ade bia ye de ensa suan ohwe ye man wa etiye a kamya ye se o man ni njije bia fa sa nipa no osoro ya no pa no obekwa adwuma ono anasem so obeye de no obekọ se ye de ni ti bekwa kohyem ono anasem nti NDC kan ho asem wo 2020 ye manifesto nim ya se ati su biom se ye ba ye de njije be fe National Apprenticeship Program obi bia usua adwuma bia ti asem we yi de nti awura daka mu a se so to boma NDC no sa program na ye de ba na ye nyi mu se before kwa attempt ya o ma se no obi bia usua adwuma bia se so magazine ye be ba apprentice fe owo nyina no ye register mo she master fo ase nti bia master twum na register bia nkra be sedu na nkra ni nyina do ma to program ne so na anya coordinators e benya district coordinators regional coordinators na o ma ba run na be say usua adwuma na ni gise na o mu kra ne say busumi bia aban be say ma o simple na teku kakra e da be gu fon so na o de akwadwuma eye program a e ba be hwe ma say uwie adwuma no so kra wie na pon ho a ya sa bomodin say ne ma munya na mu de asete abuso so aban be say contribute enti mu amusu adwuma mu bre ansa na makọ o sori anopa kwa be fa so abekọ ke odi enam sa ahochire ni ntino na no ye call community house to house na me ko share hairdresser for bi na me no mudin e ma ni bi confess kire me say bra enam say sori ade be ba adwuma nti sebi empa hwe basa ene ye twe ko ma me no papa anya bi ama o so hudu te ko si adwuma uja ya be ka sa ko si ama se ade ne ko si adwuma mkra wantima nsua to ne ba ho so no obi kra be pe na wo mpe ne kra no apene because na pa benya skadi akọ nti sa mpratwe basa ne ade ni nyina no mpratwe so uni mu nsem bebre sa nneema ni nyina ne wa obo ha na koma mpenso no oye no sa wo obi a usua adwuma sa usua tie sa usua depam sa oye hairdresser abawe ya yekoto makasa abawe yekoto aba e de asesa Ghana destiny eye wan kasa won na me ne wodi nkomoyi urada kanum akae sandisi fu akasa ye ba ye de nchese ye be ba ma wo so boso so wanya kakra de akọ international apprenticeship program ne ke wodi ye de ba ye be ba be boa Ghana fo ama omo a mfe bebre aban ani afiri wo so mo mususu adwuma no na nye omo mususu adwuma nko a master fo a aban de mbeto program no so mo so mo be training kra no mo so aban wo stoking bia bosumi bia token aka kakra bia mo so eba mo phone so na mo so mo de a hye mu kran na motimi atraining omo enne Ghana bibia da ni adwumasua sini omo mutu kwan kra ko Middle East ni ade oni omo din ko be ka cho se wo koduru na wo nsa no dwuma ho nkyere enti obi sua nsa no dwuma wa fa de papa enti NDC a recognize mo the national apprenticeship program no mo musua dwuma eba ma ho yasa ni Ghana fo guzu edin ko mo fa 24-hour economy no yete Ghana hey se obi pese onye adwuma ya age so obi abia adwuma aban NDC nya bibi nyina obi e ba oka me ba me bia adwuma ma manfo anya adwuma anye KOD se aban crash se osi factory anase company bia ebe tekini be se afe anase mfie mienu ana mfie me sa kra na factory kro no wase awie obesi be wie no yese wa opesa wa apply for o degree bra nti obi oni degree won ka ho ye be fa ni pompo ni bia factory kakraka ni nyina be uram na bia nipa best 50 bia 30 nti se yese NDC se ye ba power ye ba ewom ye be bia enwuma de but enipa na ye pa adwuma ye no emprempre ya me no ka se nkofo awie school gu fie nya adwuma nye nti ye ka se ye ba power ni aba be see companies na companies ni wi ansa na afa nipa on be da twen for 3-4 years ansa na company no wi no afa omo ehia ma se ye dwene adwen foforo sa adwen na NDC de adwen foforo aba se aden na ene companies a wo hodada private and public sectors a load wo omo so na so enam se omuni capacity ni to omuntimi nya adwuma anadwo no aban fanya policy e ka se policy a e ade a aban de asinani so a nhyehyeye ne nkratasam ne marada ho se ebia KOD Company Limited o produce book yi o ye adwuma anopa no nsia anwume no nsia na wapon aban se ye de nhyehyeye ba ama wetima ye adwuma anadwo na nya nhyehyeye tra saa enam se san nhyehyeye no ye de ba obefa Ghana mobuna mo manya adwuma ye ntino krata na obekra de afira mono ne aba eniema a wo kra inkini ne ma wo de kra na de ye book no aban be yituo ni bi afiso ama na abafoma ma wo sa wujitum so obeye adwuma anadwo aka ho a enkane ato a wutua no aban beto so ama na ba efoma ma wo se pasa na se KOD Company Limited jitum se me so ene ade aban nyamdim hu behye a e kire se KOD be ye adwuma anadwo obehia nipa ndi sa wuti empotem ho no mo a straight away so kwa na do onkrata customer so ye adwuma obenya adwuma ye enu ye immediate employment ansana ya bedwene se yenkosi factory yenko ye de 24-hour economy nkomo na ye di no enya ade bia ye ade chinchin bia ni nyina ne se aban beboa enwumanyuma ne enkonkuo ne adwuma e wo hodada na aban ahye mo aboa wo ma matima ye adwuma anadwo 24-hour economy no obi be ka se yetia nti se o sha se o produce paper no produce ni bebre ya obeda aton yeti Ghana hai adnema ye de ye ho as oman no emu more than 80% ohamu ntichemu odo wotwe yakra de chene se ye wo enema no ekwa wo hosanki ye beto na ye ntimi produce nti ne yakra de ba nti se companies no aban so o mase no produce a the market is already there ebi su kra ho a product bebre wo China produce the Ghana KOD China or 1.2 billion population and this own Chinese product we are Ghana ha e say wa ton China we no dia ba dabi obi ti China o produce e de Ghana ne target ye Ghana and this yet me build your companies no mo produce a on betima expand to even the West African territory companies no betima expand their and the program will ensure say how we export, how you get the market. That is why it's a policy. Enti mo bia adwuma mo ni mo nwuma mo fo ne nkasa o mo to ba man this because ye ba ye be bo adwuma no wo we school wa tena fie bebra wo nya adwuma nye enkoma me di unim se ba betuma mo nya adwuma ye enu nti no ni 24-hour economy na NDC kan wasem no ye be ma oman no ena ebedu anadwo na ɔman no gusu ɛyɛ adwuma so ɔman no yɛ adwuma anadwo so a mabu na ɛwɔ mu bɛnya adwuma yɛ sɛdeɛ wokɔ abrɔkye na ama no ne ɔmo yɛ adwuma no saa bɛpɛpɛ na ɛteɛ na ndc asa aka sɛ yɛba aban mu asoafoɔ ne aban mu mpanimfoɔ no ɔmo a ɛbɛtu ɔmo light bill ne ɔmo water bill kewode wotie woyɛ adwuma wɔ Kessben media wo light bill bosome so a teku ne simpo a yɛde ma ɔno ɛno a bi na woyi na ade atu light bill ne water bill obi yɛ abansoafoɔ ɔyɛ minister oji pay akɛse 25,000 30,000 ade no no antimi ntwa light bill ne water bill nti president Mahama say wɔhunu sɛ saa ade no edi ɔman ni nya na sɛ yɛbɛtumi aboa a ɛsɛ sɛ yɛma ɔmo atu ɔmo light bill ne ɔmo water bill nti ndc ba aban mu a sɛ ɔyɛ minister sɛ ɔyɛ mp sɛ ɔyɛ ceo sɛdeɛ Ghana ni bia atu ne light bill ne water bill no wa obetua light bill ne water bill na saa sika na yɛde yɛ saa ade no yɛde ayɛ ade foforo a ɛbɛboa yɛ nyinaa asoman ndc asa ka biom sɛ ilevia yakofa bɛsɛn yɛ kom a ɛba yɛ Ghana fɔ ma da roma mu gyina yɛ akyi ɛma yɛ kan ho asɛm kan no so na do ne ba ɔmea ban kyena ɔmo de aba yɛ nɛ wo sɛn diska wo tia na do ne ba ɔmea so ate ndc am yɛ kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo ba saa 11 wura da kanim a wo tuma adwom ama na utwa 11 so a vote for John Mahama is a cancellation of 11 obi anim sɛ yɛnya tuma ndc pɛ yesika ho atɔ no wɔ yɛ fon so yɛ sɛnde a ɛnti biom ndc asa ka sɛ omo ko training college ni ade no abai din so we bia ba obi bre no ko school ko school na ye bi obi bia ko ye ne practicals ye teaching awon woni bibia wia ɛyɛ so ko kyerɛ ade no na abai se fe bi la nhyɛ exams no mo da ba beto o tro sa exams ne se wan pass a obetuma tena fie de o na onya adwuma nye ndc say ɛyɛ se ebe ma a teacher for license na emum ye mfanka omadesua ne ho so it should be part of their curriculum to be real school now go land zera na afia wako school awia ye project work akoye teaching practice awia sesa aban mo adwuma ye na so be bo ma me no abusuafo no ana ye kofa exam do be tena so be tro na wo tro wi akase wa felinti wuntimi nkɔkyerɛ de nti lanche exams no ye betwam enye licensing because ye de be ka curriculum no ho a wo wi a on sa be ka on license and this asa kan biom say enuanu a omadi dem a se bi ye frɛ omo physically challenge no se ye ba utimi mia wani na utimi passe SHS pɛ ntoaso so kubia be kubia ye free eno se manifesto yi page 32 ewum a opa metima kan acho 2022 eno ne last ade a ke wodi me ye na 2020 and this manifesto ye kutami page 32 to want me the asterisk aton opa
phase 1 and phase 2
opa kan na me the asterisk aton
now was phase 1 and phase 2
kan na bi obi anka se
repeal the Public University Act
the asterisk aton
the
pen ato ho ha
provide free tertiary education for persons with disability.
But I kata be na woka bi a chin.
Also we NDC manifesto jobs and prosperity
revise edition
abridged version. All right. Revise edition na fe you call the specific things we are
obi asabi what did them ana oya physically challenge so who rather come akai say oto abama this year obeko nursing training free obeko teacher training free obeko university free ya kan no 2020 ya saka biom se ba ya be bo nti we ni nchese ya ni ahodo a ya de agukom a ya ni Ghana for edu nkom nti se ba biom a ya be kire enema bipifo abeya nti se ya to abati ba we de mi gina enema ndc di ato Ghana for anim ahobrasem ya ni omudi hu nkom so omwe so no mto aba
Bedasipi Patrick Kwame Tua na otere nkanam yes come to na nkasa se na yenhwe media review budget review no na yenhwe mention say from Rafo na menhwe me certain expectations were met. Was he satisfied with what the finance minister ever really trained? And that's not bibi wo ho now sen ko ya wanye. Raf, mamintio.
Yeah, Kewdi, mami and you see just a minute within my own time na me fa and 10 year maybe. Okay, crap. Kewdi, simi etua kazadon. Say when quite in NDC for everybody there, then they don't have any problem. Because national apprenticeship. Say see I mean no kase. Why? National apprenticeship. As we speak, ya go further. Okay, what do we say? Say me wo adwuma, Meet me a fat any part 2. So mo meboa mo adwuma no. Na bosumi bia why etuomuka. As you speak, hey yenuanom kai. E de na yamo. nuanum kai now. Omusu adwuma. Whilst omusu adwuma no, every month they are paid. They are giving money. Omu here set up. And near more here was on the starting na. Yes, I the more free. This program model. Why ye da. Aye nuanum omu ye mason. Ye nuanum carpentry. Omu nyina. They benefit from this system. And as a way master. Now we just say obefa ye nuanum ya chro madia. Once every month we give you money. These policies are there. It will name them before be a farmer. You see, every time be na ye nuanum this 24-hour economy. You see, obia anywhere I would say adwuma beba o mine. But ye niyama be here and sana ya ye de fata. The issue here is that Kodi, a true Christmas. Nobody tells a tailor and asks him to say, bon night. So one now for tailor for at the palm for a true Christmas. Or me bon night. I didn't know bon night. The demand is there.
We also may induce.
So until
they will induce demand.
So Bekaya in Chebia, we wanted to Yemfa tariff and to a Nema beer. You was substitute our Ghana.
Okay, the idea.
Say what the taxes to so. Not any money boy the probability say people will take advantage of the substitute is there. It is this same minority that stood against it. And I'm catch you maybe a criminal. Now obi ebe ye no ofrebuche neba. Who's one loading in so or the bene papa ye no mami. As you speak, Ghana, a dear back 1D1F. I mean Sakapa in so abu. Now we're talking about Tibet. Hey, me no wo shoes are ye kan ho asem say ye pese ye shoe. Master, opa ye mfa Doom Street so. Obehu Ghana made shoes mebre. But you rather buy China there. Why? The finishing. Intini say. So akwane so obey ensa no dwuma dia. Onko Tibet. So that he polish his skills. It will baba out no. Wo ya de no to one mo a. E mo tin kwa se ko China there. That's the level that we are going to.
Okay.
It is a number we nkwenti. Na obi a ono say nursing training allowance, teacher training allowance. Me for man, me for matchna. Was not 10 years around say me scholarship to tertiary institutions. But me didn't kaka. Hey, 7th
people with disability.
7th February. But me I say people with disability on the University free. Who say Tema or they or I see reading no. Now me say
revise
because NDC manifesto there. Kodi, revise edition 1, revise edition 2. Okay, I don't be a first one now. Page your back and open.
Okay.
Obehu ono de ne de animo agbo sechim. On say revise 3. Revise 3 now. But the truth is that you see, now me commercial say the message. The other message neighbor is equally as important as the message. Because of former president, the position as a former president, the few team abai ne high man. Insuo abai piaka. Light what abai piaka. Was me ba me ma ye twem. Leadership by example. I was expecting him to say, oh, mining Niska. Yeah, me tifie da who twa me ka mebiri. Enti sadia henceforth me light bill, me water bill, me telephone, ni na me twem.
And all kind of they also refer to Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia taxes ahodo and also say oba ombetwem because it's a government that is in power. I don't know munti twem no the audio no air reference for the former president.
Enti na me start early on if you remember me can say now we are comparing John to Mahmoud Bawumia where John has had the opportunity to be president. And you see, so there's a social contract between man. It is at the end of the day, I say no. I had a contract with the people who voted for me.
Okay.
So my decisions and was say the omo pay and omo pay, but at the end of the day, it ends up on me. So you may advise me But I take the final decision.
So the former president can also be advised, and he will take the final decision because Onusu media buying.
Why former president? Why president?
Or can there? Some there's reference. And the meeting.
If it is that man who said,
just here to probe what
if it is that man who said, and he said, your light bill and our water bill, and my bedroom paying for. Meanwhile, he's enjoying it. Meanwhile, he's enjoying it. So leadership by example, just say, man, who's the side you were born, my nigga? As you speak, I'm enjoying it. I'm dropping it. To show some me bar, I didn't make canon.
Let me hear.
But what that pop the John, some to mommy. Mebwa say yen pia mom meanwhile the man is enjoying it now.
First man me call Patrick so afi yemra budget no so because I won't hear me pa.
Budget review.
David man we answer meba I'll come back to you. Kwame.
Me tell am ka say me
you see kasa. Ono so rebut na fi yemra the proper issue yes. Yes. I don't want to.
I tell you
you see President Mahama, no crack, what dig Ghana soda. And nothing as yes, I didn't baby. If he said, if you ask him, Penny Foster, what do you want to win? This is what I did. Oh,
rough Jack Manacasa.
If you Penny Foster, Sanko Fire, President Mahama, what track on soda. And nothing about be a gun, a general, he and a power. If it's a president, yes, because Oba, on your hand, son of Wako. Or church the crown. I can tell you on authority say there are foreign investors, and now was a president Mama on Tanagana. Nina international community we have or that connection in that. And the woman Tagana for Beko 7 December, dear man, or Tanawan Kobusu will be said, do it, raise an net here, say, Dabi, when him dada. And the way we need an experienced person right from onset. He will start putting things in place. And John Muhammad, the Onyamikra, now do me a second at this time. There's an experienced person who is waiting. That in itself is a blessing. Again, what's the president Mama light bills? It is on paper. So be a former president and one president Mama on T Abayfi as we speak, or to one personal house. And there's no record that says about the child library. It is it is only on paper say, oh, we are former president and see a show. But on the channel, the on the TV. On the tree. Yes, Mammy silence. And once I'm by Emma, Madame Joyce Bawa Motai, every issue statement to President Mahama or not settle on the bills. I can look for the document and number. Public knowledge. The issue is that
what happened to say or your statesman, what the president does so the country was a fun. And I'm not a
constitution in a we issue a statement. Oh, issue statement. Edinburgh clarify that. Now again, President Mahama say, Abana Yakotune 7th December. There are 2 years. The better now to be started from 7th January. Or say from 7th January, Onya 2 years. Obia or ya baimu ni pe bia be channel like be in water bay. What so your MPP? You know na elections. My own stake. Do you agree say abaimu ko vote you like be no water bay ana? Anamuni ye nyadwen. What say John Mahama? Time no wa abaimu no. On the library water bay you tiama ntino. Onu kwa say odi san komo. At least also open to me wa. So you have a fair opportunity and candidate for kan. Mo my own must stand say. And this is for say, baby, on my Nigerian, I want to try any Ghana woman. I dare back on by idea release Ghana and say, yes, I spended it your light bill, any water bills, and my ministers in Adia. A more now, my mind one hand, this can I add the full. And more as MPP. What is your position? What is your position on that? Samo Moso. Then this is for any Ghana to Ghana for any money. And to me, without Ralph Samo. So, do you agree? Oh,
Maybe we are moving on to the budget.
What is their position on it?
Okay.
And this is for say, Ghana for motion, and this is for Yakase Yaba, ministers, MPs, CEOs, Abamu Penimfonina, Obiabe Channel Library in Waterby. MPP for no, on my own say, some of this Kano. Omuni ya agya no mdom ba. Ombo so the Ghana sika say no wo. Let's know your position. Some state position. No, if you're able to state your position, Ghana for better say me no why and we deserve some time man. But why won't me can wo there? And I me dey na maka na beka say won't me nye omoboa and I John Mahama krawa jibida. No, going forward, what is your position on it? Just wrap up. Ghana for Madam Roma, Mubuaye, and my catcher almost say 11 MP. How I MPs, stand there, Gina Ghana for a cheap, and the for a cheap fight 11 sa. Alaji Mahmoud Baumia on the offer 11 buy. Or Takunaso be seen, or I say a vice president, head of economic management team. And that's what I'm upon the statement, A4 sheet. Who got some of the A4 sheets in a year to free accounts. Some of the A4 sheets from the to free accounts in the Bassa Finocro, 11 Chum. Was say yentia sa go do December ni enkoto obama no ori ni wi a do mama so obetwam ntino onu so ba onu so betwam
thank you. One message afafa 0537333933 0537333933. You move on in your budget statement. We saw a question about the budget. Say, were you satisfied with what the finance minister presented here? Or expectations, were they met? Or Bibi Woman was a work on one can. I say to you, everything is okay. Raf, and something about specifics. So, 10 minutes.
Okay. You see, it's a review. So he goes over a near okay media okay so obey no mostly they are indices mostly or they a guide you man who say if you're on track or not. Until when you are reviewing, you compare the indices and indicators I was setting up before the new fiscal year no to hear indicators now and the guide you man who say if you're on track or not. And one of the best indicators are, I think Amir who say we're on track is that despite the challenges, just last week, GRA, actually said they've met their revenue targets for mid-year, which I think he also stated, I think 0.2% or so, despite all the challenges. Actually said we are doing something right. After so, better your growth rate. We say IMF. Among my benchmark and indicators to justify scanner or the MIN. At one point in time, they were not so sure. Say your growth rate now your cassette, you beat me enya. And it got to a time that they gave us 1.5. By December, we were able to get 2.9. So there was a need to revise it to 3. Okay. And as we speak, the growth rate shows say the indicators are and to a say you bet me aye because former president Adwenkyere said during COVID time we may not have the opportunity to resurrect people on bill, but resurrecting the economy we have what it takes, and the indicators everything shows say we are doing things right. And the finance minister can idea. I think it's positive. About MPP are buying on me pay say when there's the need for us to admit the challenges, from the president up to the last person, we say it as it's supposed to be said.
Always?
Yeah.
Always?
Oh, some hey.
Is it always? Maybe question, is it always? So,
when there is the need to say it as it is.
When there is the need.
We say it as
thank
it
you
is.
for the qualification.
We say it as it is.
Okay.
And he said, and there might be you see, say, he will tell you. And Emma way and Emma to me obviously the president himself has admitted. But all admitting was actually and Emma your day to acquaint to make sure say we survive and take advantage of whatever that we have within our food as a country. And Emma throughout the presentation or it's really we're on track.
Agadin's convinced they're more canomati because maybe for room.
Okay.
So I listen to what people say. Me tell the amount for I'm convinced in the moment they should bear with you. And I say they agitating say mama nema ya den dodo minta also for krum what to be
yeah I can say me bet na me te haya KOD I will never tell you say any memory I will never tell you say dear the expectation of the people has been fully met from your leadership up to me obiaka but ye catch Ghana for say any memory din but ye boy home modern said ye be ya any member
okay
any day and near my ye to akwem to make sure example we said now even though it's an election year but we are not going overboard. We are not spending beyond what we have told Ghanaians. Say, this is how much we're going to spend. And he said it. Yeah, the check system about to the extent say, if you compare this year and election year, that's our bit may reducing the budget, the spending by 21 billion. It's just say he's serious about what he's doing.
Okay.
Because under normal circumstances, Kwabena say election year on a projects are and young see a better because we think say it's an election year, we have to win votes. But yeah, projects anyhow. But what demonstrated say, even though it's an election year, because of the promise Ghana for no, we are living within our means. Na no mum and our facilitating ama inflation nanka skyrocketed for some years ago. If you see, it has been steady. The rate, the dollar rate that enche bia na gallopy, it has been steady. Inflation, apart from now you admit, inflation 30%. Now we are around 22, which is positive. Even though that was not what we were expecting there, but it's positive because now actually I say, and you mean Johnny said here, na aircon. Now saying Johnny said the aircon near ye near my year, then there's a probability say and near my beba from Nagana for you now and what young car said PBI okay, but the indicators actually say gradually we will get there. Every time we are quick to say we attribute everything to COVID, we attribute everything to Russia-Ukraine war. We are in the political space, and for that matter, what happens everywhere affects us. Once Ghana, there's no point in time that we are being self-sufficient. We are budget, everything. So whatever happens everywhere has an effect on Ghana for. UK for you tired or yastic. KOD, you follow them. In the next 3 years, in the last 3 years, how many prime ministers? How many finance ministers? And almost just recently, Prime Minister Okopa came natural say, no more conduct elections for. Why? He attributed it to the COVID situation. When Mahama goes out, he's quick to say COVID and effect. Oh baby, but over Ghana there, I say no, that's not how it is. But the effect of COVID is not only on Ghana, and for that matter, your global setting and to NASA. Let's compare our system to also Nigeria. What's going on now? Now Nigeria $1 is 2,500 now. Previously, it was $1 to 400. Within bare 4 months, Shebebia Edu. It's just a BB and Ama sa effect way in a buyer. So Ghanaians should be assured that a Niama SEC, because of Niama SEC or other countries are any effect on us. We are trying our best as a government to make sure say effects no ebeba form. We are trying our best say effects are anywhere so no embro yeso maniema ense kra. So omunya abotrewo your system nimu. Now ubusa obia the quick effect that they will tell you is $1 and its effect on the economy. KOD. And niema minister a catcher or say now enche bia syndicated cocoa loans ebeba system yenya SS yenya council from IMF the na e was eba no ECOWAS International Bank and so ebe support middle omo ye adwuma middle income for no enti say wow we what adwin bi say ye ko election year ye ko December and for that matter dollar ho be ye din enti okoto abegu botoma ke odi okoto abesia ke odi ya hwe kakra because said no dollar no so ebeti dollar no so tia you know say it will affect wo enema me bra ye no so and you know say dollar no so tia the impact will be felt everywhere and ye nyina said ye pese economy ne ye no ebe Kwame de Owusu but emre bi atwam no ke odi enka ene minister be review budget enka manfo hode o Omo de name asie. And can go filling station, I'll be do I say near show no fuel. We do near show no fuel. But because any power Ghana for confidence in the system, no, you don't see any money beam. Because they know say it's a review and nothing else is going to happen. And idea about Minister Naya, why are the so necessary? Who said there was no any other tax, increasing tax, additional tax.
But people are expecting say some of the taxes will also be some of the taxes away,
or some of them incoming president. Say
Oba
obey free, and young one, so kind nuisance tax. Yeah, taxes are Kwame mode to condoms.
Most nuisance taxes.
Taxes are Kwame mode to condoms sunyina. Ye ba ye free one. Ekwa force kan Kwame mode taxes to sunyina. Ye free one. But you see, edo tambia. Aya de may pay free Kwame mo ho say. You tell us say tax we a nuisance. Ye ba ye be ye free. When ye be ye said ye be ya. Tax now year through on Ghana for effect. You don't tell us because you see situation demands at times that you take certain actions and you're palatable to now. But as time goes on, you pay your money in airflow so that you know you better as a man. Because to be honest, if you KOD, say if you taxes in airflow, now KOD bosomesun. Now we are unable to pay me no KOD ayeti here. We run back to the same government and complain. If it has become necessary, say I want to know a fair muninti. Ya massa taxes way and no. Say the bear, ya the be da ye home as o mine. Na emre pemuno when we think say bibia stabilize ya. Ebi ne your friend is say to near can was it. It got to a time Ghanaians were complaining. And my boy, dear, which raba, Osan Foka, driver no say, to a bedroom more consultancy, Sadia, and your Miss Matu. Yes, no, for the time being, you tone in free honor. Now that we realize, say, no, in place of the tone, DNA general, we can still come back with the tone. You know, Minister, I can say, ain't you the tone, beba. But this time, no, an improvement of the previous ones are near drain say we do baby I try to be and the traffic bar omo no omo jeje no omo account on it wall now the day ban you see an improvement I be boama Ghana for nyina I be atum say really the reintroduction has come to help us.
All right, but that's say Mama Kwame ho na minti ono so opinion about the mid-year budget review. Kwame, were you satisfied? Oh sir. Until when your expectation be a meeting?
Ade fufuro bia ni ho a exercise. Sir. Dada na in fact, wasama Ghana for ra ho more.
Anything.
If you say, you dey Ghana ba MPP 2016 and 2017 that is so mubu Ghana. Na e ka Ghana di nyina if you Kwame Nkrumah so be si John Mahama. Na 122 billion. 122 billion ka Ghana dey. Enu nti say obo nkompon ekowachi a Niama wa Ghana nyina na ewo mu na konfano aje ata na konfano ache ho ata na Kolebu ho ata na Accra International Airport ho na all niama na wa Ghana kese ni nyina no na ye ka ya bo no was 122 billion. In fact John Mahama time ye hu KGT market ye hu all the hospitals akese spread there across yehu circle Dubai any niema project ni nyina no can ene atamils kanin kofo kan bibia boma na 122 billion ene finance minister say you cannot do 742 billion kewodi oyamochi Dabi arewo abusafo Ghana for
the nchemu bai.
Dabi
your oche say
Ghana for
inflation level no cost no
why na inflation no why na so depreciation of the city why na so
na masa ne ma wonye
that ensem na odi yi ni ho ano no why na so
okay
you see mo say John Mahama obusa say John Mahama ba be den unim MPP for no just 2020 unim mo campaign message for more for nana okay omo ye hu t-shirt nyina for more for nana ye mana na do 4 years ene John Mahama so be di 4 years and John Mahama 4 years no de ba be dey na 4 years be change 4 years no 4 years be change 4 years continue so ne I no so say bro for be you were no the bottom line that you were calling for 4 years na mo calling for 4 years for nana do nyesa mo de ye hu t-shirt nyina for more for nana mo tra mo to for more for nana and John Mahama so ba be di 4 years as go for na just last 3.5 years no mo 4 years ne say 4 years ye dey never 4 years nya hwa ka wona be 4 years omo ka kire so omo ba omo de 100 days e be se Ghana alaji ba me awon guy na 100 days kura wo senka wo de be se Ghana na 4 years dey enti fanya hwe that is the MPP for you to Ghana for who say omu ni asem bia now back on asema na make am from 122 billion ebusafo omo de cost 742 billion kewodi for calculator nati 122 ni free 742 ni o dey fan say me mass ni bi na so wo ye no you 200 billion free so o dey 122 no for 80 count na you 200 billion I just say 500 billion and omo dey be count in 7.5 years
122 as against 742
me say
640
and me say what there say me pese me yema ne yes simple
there be you the accurate one
no I just wanted to be fair oh okasana me da wase it is 640 billion Ghana for amutie mi afi hu die ntia afi oh nda bia makasa abawe yankoto no tribalism biom yankoto no say na ye de ya santifo na ye de ya MPP biom yanto no sa aba ni biom ye koto based on issues it's our issues ni bi na metric Ghana for just so anyway say omo de 640 billion and aka ye ka ho in 7.5 years look around you wa wo hwe me say John Mahama mama sanchire mu biom John Mahama mfie nan no project akese community day schools circle interchange hospitals ni nyina no John Mahama added 54 billion into that time also dey ka ho na 88 billion John Mahama 4 years na ye hu sa project akese ni nyina no he added 54 billion in this case will be the 640 billion account one. What is your expectation Ghana ni awhwa me there na wo dey imagine senka Ghana te sen kamara tan ka ofri kumase kon kran kaya te say ofri New Jersey ko New York no e fa high 12 oh that mean with that kind of money they have spent that is the kind of development that will have at least convince us.
Hold on they analyzing no based on projects based on your expectation based on the inflation based on the dollar rate based on everything based on percentage wise near here
and I make us say project there project bien who about me dey amount 640 billion because especially when you know say John Mahama project akese o ye ya near friend no building the nation John Mahama jina na nam that kope a commission 5 community day schools our central region John Mahama Ashanti region I am to about more no 10 new community day schools me no ka say emu ba ko 6 and craft muko school Agric Enzema Adobera Pakoso Adujama ayi Apeja and offense so kwam 6 as we speak now otra abofo na wo kwa there's a community day school ya bi and craft muko school say am hwe nim kro ni din omo de baba so 10 community day schools from NDC from Ashanti region go on at John Mahama 6 and craft muko school sa development akese obeso na circle Dubai obehu ayi Legon teaching hospital sa project akese na hu nyina no obusefo mu tiemi yo John Mahama de 54 billion peneka ya ka ho ene anwumre finance minister of parliament abaye budget review or catch there say omo de Canada do 740 billion. So what NDC 122 ni free man just abusan for the 640 billion. Any atimi. Any abusan for any. NDC akas yes MPP a. Enya say bibia ye kan track ko. Enkofo na be bo man na say o man unim. Ene mitia na me say eh ena de o maka no kra ba ko. Planting for food and jobs. Some buy na this started program bia yakoju hunska from Canada. $120 Canadian dollars. Ake de ba be into agriculture. On buy no be pay din bi to start planting for food and jobs. And we implement it. Eja yen NDC for ye because na ke ade e ba be. And we say sign no so omukwa kosi omukwa into serious omukwa do aburo ni ade. Ene aburo bag is. Finance minister and there was so almost spending 2.9 billion Ghana cedis on planting for food and jobs. Maami fo a mo do aburo mo amode aburo ye aduane mo amoye dokono ne banku me pa cho aburo boy say after spending 2.9 billion on aburo poultry farmers a mo to aburo eduhwe mo nkokọ ene mo moa me pa cho ene aburo boy say after so almost spending 2.9 billion again and this time cocoa okafo and na me say at least come be fair to us no man announce a new price for cocoa. Because this is our budget. To make say, oh, per the expectation of cocoa prices, ya to cocoa muko saying because so kwa manonia cocoa bag bako 80 million 100 cedis there. Cocoa bag bako 8,100 on international market. Now dan kwa ku fa do na alaji ba omia. Etua 2,070 Ghana cedis. Die Ghana for muntio na muntwa boni ankofo yi die entire ye nyina se yakwakoto abeti omo. Koko no bag baako koko kwafo mo amu kutokuom kata atwa enyina sa be ye den hia ya muntie mo asem nie koko bag o de kwa abrochira 8,000 Ghana cedis plus e bi class ada chiri omutua 2,070 Ghana cedis pe enema wo koko kwani no na ba omiane na ado afa 6,000 kwasi abowe ento be busa se atia na mo NDC fo no tama mo wo ho no na koko ni boy sen tama ye ho power na cocoa bag baako on international market na 719 Ghana cedis na NDC for you have 475 cedis na cocoa kwani no o de buy into percentage a 66% na gwa ku fado ne ba omia omucha 25% for cocoa kwani ni sika nyina can you imagine say me to ade me a me ko afuom kotin hasuo ekodo koto cocoa ne begu aboye ebo ehata me what to cocoa ni bag won ho 2,070 Ghana. Now what to na bontin 8,000 Ghana cedis. Can you imagine this? And the time I say as finance minister by parliament. Oba be review no. Apa bit my feature your friend ajanimu cocoa an order. To e no say Kwame and dey minim say dey e betu cocoa. Na say are also finance minister by parliament. To mu wie ya no frame ni bo fu was go for any papa ni phone to man to for bi anka ho an. Because Nyankopon da Roma ani bia ba akura bia so ko hono ma mo ba fon ho ndi se papa ne kwa na se bi wan ko school a ofra ne ba ya otwum se kwaku mbesem hu world cocoa price for a bag a omeka mostly omoye ne tons enti ton bia so no ade say 16 bags and do calculate ton na wa divide it by 16 obehu one price of cocoa
ton 20 bags 50 kg.
Okay, it depends on the bag. And he said who divide by data. I remember on the average price per bag. Now, I want to say, match your price, match a car. Yes, minimum the American. I know what I'm talking about. So, cocoa bag bako and now I'm on 8,100 Ghana cedis are actually. On told the Marco on the top free cocoa can 2,070. This is time I can make a cocoa 6,000 Ghana cedis. Then tell me say time na 719 Ghana cedis near to 475 na makoko kani no ntu de tifiri mu na hwe say can this na tia akonya so can na aduru 8,000 no enka say na de ma wo koko kani no no be ready budget o man ka ho ase
koko bag ton bag yes
8,100
e wa manene
yes and o muta 2,070 Ghana cedis
and
currently koko bag
well, what I have here is 33,120 Ghana cedis per ton.
Per ton. So divided
16,500 and 1,650.
Dabi.
And not the
Dabi. Your calculation is totally wrong. It is totally wrong. Totally wrong. I am giving you this. I am giving you facts. When issue and then you ever discuss you cocoa politics. You discuss every figure I am giving you here. 2004. Every figure I am giving you here is accurate. And I'm not missing words. I am sure of what I'm saying, and that is the credible source I'm there on. And yet, I know what I'm talking about. And I know this platform. And I'm still repeating. As we speak, one bag of cocoa on the international market is 8,100. Government is paying 2,070 Ghana cedis to the cocoa farmer. I have repeated it to make mass cross checking. Now, you the Ghana man people before. Almost on Bible correct it and Nema Nanya Ghana at the time. Nema Ben and Nanya. Now inflation is 15%. And unti, you told them almost say, Omra inflation in the year. And now I know what I can say. It is over 20%. You the Ghana mono. Na emabuna omunya jumanye because bonus unemployment. Now 7%, and now 14%. Yade Ghana mono. Now dollar 4.2, and now 14 Ghana cedis. Yade Ghana mono. Now interest rate around 27%. As at the time, now government to cry about borrow government to borrow 36%. And it's about one thing, then around 45% interest rate. And the abaya demand be before no. Not a single economic indicator. One back saying in 7.5 years, don't buy on my not even one. Say, oh, ya dema alaji ba umyeya. Ya see we are economics in Wasuya, Unim economics, Unimadia, or buy. With my correct one single economic indicator, now the mama time. Nay. That is why we need to bring your mama back. Because your mama na enyeno, na inflation 15%. Your mama na enyeno, na dollar 4.2. Your mama na enyeno, na unemployment rate is 7%. And this is how they compare and now this will be on kind of credit. Straight away, you want to Debbie. You need this for any year. Of course, now you need. Until now you do my ban. Then you have every right. Says that opportunity. Be say Kotwaba. Now papa na the time. What did 54 billion per? All these monumental projects, you know, or that's so why. You found Komo Bia. Why for inflation go 54%? Abba say Ghana. And as we speak today, and then say name mu crash as say stabilize. Me revisit IMF for manage economy. And now I know can say IMF is managing Ghana's economy. Bibia bia o man say teacher for na ko kire o enye o mo tense na mo ni sin. Na Alhaji Bawumia o ye lectures nko 20 on IMF condemning the undeserving ni akọ IMF. And then ono so akọ IMF. I debt exchange program and go na ku Ghana for no. Debt exchange program no as say say bro from kan. I'm just say we. I'm just say we. Say ka say debt exchange program abusan for bro from kan kan. Yet Ghana sana. On ba announce say omo amdo musika agba aban bosia on say bia wotu hoi wonya musika bia ho dwo aban wo bonda ofuro tuntutumi kotobi a na bia wodu sika 10,000 Ghana cedis akotobi na aban no akonsehye say okay busumi bia no ensihu bia 5 million beba 500 Ghana no akoyi dia didi tiniba beberebe omo sika sebi omo nya de bia omo de ya na sika no ho dwo no eno no omo de ye yesi afidi mo no ba announce say ensihu na nka ba na manfo akoyi didi no emabium. And mom do musika kotobi ni say, hey, any sebi anya nto aban for sika man aban na sidabi scan to so me fama ma spreading it 10 years 10 yo na first year me ma 10% sika ya ma 5% sika na she enti nipa Ghana fo ebi mu ye pensioners ebi mu ye mpanimfo a omani afi ebi anyanya stroke awuwu. That is how wicked these people are.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Ask the NDC man to read their manifesto, page 69, paragraph 2, to clear what they mean about the cancellation of NSS and teacher license examination. I'm Pogasti, watching live from Kwabena Owusu in the Senate West District. And Pogasti Netro Challenge at the Kwame. Thank you. Thank you very much, Medasi. We also say Honorable Chief Soso, future MP from now. Good evening, Jumara Keudi. In fact, talk is cheap. So my brother Kwame Tria and ex-President Mahama can build castles in the air because they believe that Ghana can easily forget the past. We urge Ghanaians to continue to rally positively behind President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia-led government. Kindly tell them this guy to stop his propaganda. Okay, one for Diamba. Good evening, Keodi. One for Diamba. TK Bibiani Enso Edibi Abrayan. The TK Ekenyane say, if you want to know who is super arrogant, kindly check the IEA debate with Mahama and Nanado and see how arrogant Nana Opoku Ajiman did when it was Akufo-Addo's turn. Kindly search for the IEA debate. TK Bibiani. All right. Enti TK dia odi Abrayan Enyumri Enso. And good evening, sir. I say, and your panelists. MPP calls us a lot as Ghanaians. Imagine as professional nurses completing since 2020, 21, 22, and we are unemployed. Even some of us, our parents, thought we failed our NMC exams. Nanado and Bawumia don't care about the ordinary Ghanaian. What they think is to break the 8. Any serious nurse will not vote for corrupt, loot, and share family and friends. I pity my Ghanaians. Per the huge amount of money we paid in school, still we are suffering under NPP. NPP, never again. Sajan, Tifite, okay, ono edia ode abrain, and so I don't know. I'm Junior from Mampong. I am a full MPP guy, but I'm highly disheartened in MPP under Nana and Bawumia administration. It's highly deplorable to compare Nanado to JM. Ashanti Regional Minister could not tell us even 5 major projects in Ashanti region within 8 years. Also, they are brain and good evening, Kodi. I like the government, but I'm not impressed with the agri sector. I expect them to acquire bigger lands to plant variety of fruits. They can get about 1,000 acres of land to plant different food items like maize and yam. Imagine the number of tubers of yams that can be harvested on 1,000-acre land. The maize too can be planted 2 times or 3 times a year. And imagine the number of tons of maize that can be harvested. The food can be used to feed the schools. I'm Odi from Akokwamong. Okay. Odi so Odia brain and so I don't know. Good evening, Kyodi. DMB can't help us because YE is not in Sene East. It's a lie. These MPP people are lying to as Kapu Sene East. All right. Yeah, that's it. Also Odia. Ode Abba and so and we are maybe a media natural today in our train. We are maybe a media natural. NDC doesn't have any good policy. Please, that NDC guy is a liar from Philip in Otu region. Your ideas is to win. We know you, the NDC member, Aputo, NDC and Mahama. Man, remember that coronavirus came to Ghana. Yes, we know coronavirus came to Ghana. Also, Ode Abrain and Enyumri, and so I don't know. Let me take some from here, and then we come back. Hear some specifics about the budget. Hey, time no cool. But we'll try to do as is supposed to be done. Enti ababe gumbe bre. Minya show se metimi aka ni nyina ye. Wow. Enti mamemfa we na afemenka be 5 bi wa na fe ento. So champion ka okuchi electricals. Say at Tonsu Station. It's unfortunate in Parliament yesterday when the Speaker of Parliament walked away Member of Parliament for Seriri also Honorable Kwekwe Friye. Let's have decency and patience in the House of Parliament. Regards to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, Odunho Kwekwe Apia, and lawyer Nana Ejay Bafwe, MP elect for Mensha. Yeah, that's it. Good evening. Why always MPP and NDC? Are they the only political parties in the country, or there is a criteria for choosing the political parties. They should avail themselves. We are ready for them. That is it. Good evening, Mr. Kildi. My name is Prosper from Odumase Krobo. Everything shows that NDC is not an option. Dr. Baumia and Dr. Opoku Prempeh are the best to lead Ghana after our legendary President Nana Akufo-Addo. It is possible. Greetings to my incoming MP, Simon Kweku Tete, Project Master. Okay, that's good evening, sir. Since independence, no government comes close to the monumental success chalked by Nana Dankwah Akufo-Addo. He is the first president in Ghana's history to introduce policies that spread the national cake and development. Greetings to Dr. Gideon Boakon, PC, for Tano North, where Alexander the Great from Yamfo Ahafo. I think the MPP guy has nothing tangible to say. Look at the economy now, and you are here having mouth to even talk. Bakuna wakaka on the party, mankind. I doubt if you have no, I know so cry mankind. Anyway, but the try to the mankind useless government to you. Okay, yeah, that's it. All right. Who told the MPP man? Oh, they are back on the non-wedding. That is to him. That's what I say. We told the MPP man that the election is between MPP and NDC. God forbid. Who told the MPP man that the election is between the MPP and NDC? God forbid. Alan Cash will come. Kepoku Aguna Bepwa. Okay. Also, dear no. Into more NDC and MPP will Alan Cash is coming. Free SHS is a big time policy which Mahama attests to it. From Albert Martin Teshi, the products of Dr. Okoboy in the Lojokuku constituency. Good evening, Mr. Host. I'm Ishak from Techiman, Mamprusi line. John Mahama's intention to cancel the FSHS education policy is true because someone who said he won't invest 2 million into the policy is now telling us that he will add private schools. Anyway, say Ike Watebubu or say good evening. The NDC communicators talk as if they have not governed before. Are we not in Ghana when Mahama told the youth that he is not a magician to create employment for the youth? Please ask the NDC man to mention any one social intervention in their 8 years in government. Baumia all the way. But say Ike Ewo Atebubu and Odiwe Ebayo. See the General Secretary's the General Secretary Extraordinaire, say Raf, the economy that has educated almost 6 million Ghanaian children in SHS cannot be said to be worse than the one that could not even provide chalk to schools. Breaking the 8 is highly possible with DMB from Okunini Kweku Puku Esaso Ena Odiwe Abba. Right, so let me ask specific questions from this time. I say free Kwame ho. Na say some more can no say. Sorry about it. I'll give you 2 minutes each. Okay. 2 minutes. 2 minutes per summarize mama.
You say in 2008 the total debt Ghana 9.8.
In 2008. Aye.
9.8. And MPP be fane
120.
122. Into percentage increase.
How many percentage? 9.8.
9.8.
And I call 122.
122.
And I was doing 122. I call 742.
Oh, and do the percentage. No, I say we are. No, I say 9.8. And now end up in 122. And we are say monumental project. What's monumental project? Me and Metia Kropon. What's the effect of Dubai? Cycle Dubai on me.
Indirectly, you may
what's the effect
indirectly you may have an effect
on me.
Yes, indirectly.
And what's the indirectly
here? Because
and we are talking about, you see, when NDC is quick to say Mahama my 10 community day schools. You see, the entire community day schools, the number of classrooms is 18.
Block
the entire community day school.
24.
The entire.
Yeah, 24.
I have found the 24. Now, as we speak, Kokas, when you're 18 units, classroom, and don't go a community day school. come to Osetutu. Your 24 unit classrooms. Attend one community-based school. And across Ghana, there's no school or experience here. What was the NDC expecting? Young fan kwasi and would to say, drop on so. Omukwasi BC up to now. Student behind Minkom because the first students I do 74 of them in Nigeria school. And no NDC for expecting and answer them. Project Ben monumental. Monumental project Ben agenda 111. In the history of this country, at what point in time, and a government may initiate infrastructure, it will constitute this magnitude. Hospital. In all this 122 billion that John Mahama brought in, made me Ashanti region, I asked myself the effect. Where the VAM projects are under the MPP. Go to Manson Kwanta. There's a hospital there. Tradia, Anomanji, Sabronu, Drobonso. These are hospitals that has been built. Yanko Konfanochi. I think it was even mentioned. Look at the project ongoing. Phase 2, Yanko Kumasi International Airport. What has been done there? These I feel are monumental and it has effect on me.
I take credit for the phase 2 of the Kumasi Prempeh the Phrase Airport because I say Modia Kakrebi number. What the train or two woman I be very Mamma claim that credit to yourself, yes.
And no crowd him say what wouldn't more than what on Betana Ekika. Say or say me pay scanning in a go and our baby. Now what stop you from doing it? Send a scan no more. Send a scan no more. What stop you from doing it? It is all kind of monumental projects. To us, we look at the effect on the people. Projects now,
thank you.
What is the effect on the people? And that's what Ghanaians are looking at. Schools are yet scattered around.
And Mirahopa. Sir, Ralph Timitna TV, so Cassa Adujama Umrem.
Oh, there.
What's that? What's this school? This is Umrem. That was this. Oh, what's say? Yeah, this is school. And I'm saying school. No. Ebisi Adujama, and Adujama for Empire born in Chau. What's it? Oh, Massa.
Ask Kelly, it can be repeated. I mentioned Roboso.
Manacasa,
and this are supposed to see schools as this in Murem, Okawa. And I'm see school, Nebisi Adujama, and Adujama Murem, Adujama for Muti. Was it Roboso? Oh, I will call you a bit dismissive. What is that mean here? School to be so. That is school to be so.
But hold on. Does it mean, say, schools is in the town, and I say, Ebi, Musisi Chira, Neme Kruno.
Senior, or say, Yakos is school.
You're interpreting his words.
Or say, Yakos is school. No, so. Oh, school, no. Ebisi Adobeura. School, no. You say school this Adobeura community day school. Or say, Esimurem. Oh, my.
I'm not specific to Drobonso.
Oh, you see, look at them. You see, sometimes, say obi ya there na say one person over appreciate ya men kan ho asem under the NDC u school what you want ya na get fan project bia what you say kasa there is not a single school damn nam come asem o ga meta there is not a single school.
There is no
in the 8 years of NDC get fan project.
It's never true.
Get fan and statutory.
I'm there.
The Chama schools in India, every day dormitory, every day library, every school benefit. So under the NDC, school be able to come the landmark of get man from SHS to tertiary. Oko Kumasi Technical University, a whole hostel can say if I get fan hostel. And the NDC is a name in schools in order. And yes, I dream who say, Obi wa Adubera, the closest school are Benny and Passetia, which is about 30 kilometers. Adubera near the biggest town. Into who was said, including Yasu, Yaya, Damtahunu, a man paying ya, Junso Puro. Say, free hono ba. Obe free koko na se ho. Abedu adobe. Oh, your mama. Your mama say, "Yen for community day school nko se adobe ra."
To you, baby, I'm position school was there. It
was strategic.
It was strategic
because the most important thing. The most important thing.
That was my first station.
The most important thing about Adena was to provide access. And to do Adujama
proximity.
Akrabiti Adujama. Sebi oya je kuba te sem. Ne mama ni papa nibi. But what me atwa SHS school nie osore anopa na say be body dwokura na obetutu akodia obetuma didi one. That is the mentality and this deba sabi nkonki
SHS is there baby
you will not understand this by NDC for you
or explaining it there. Just
and I'm saying, yeah, didn't you put more to now, you believe you said, and I'm saying this for and I'm saying this for you're getting one to ni adwene se mo so mo ye Ghana mo so mo ka Ghana mo kura na mo bredo koko ni ade ade me ade ya kwan ni ade ade ntino ye di school papa de say community day school na MBA school ni keke uduru Adujama ho there's a 12 block e wo makoma 2 bedroom flat sa 12 esi ho for teachers.
It's not true.
Adujama
12 flats
uduru wa community day schools no e 2 your World Bank project no government of Ghana. What bank do you need? I come with Bangalore. I come with teachers Bangalore. Oh, on the way. So the time on there. Anyway, say.
Good evening, Mr. Host. Keep up the good works. Watching you live from Santase. My greetings to Mr. Patrick. In a country with robust healthcare, quality education, and ample job opportunities, access to mobile phones won't be a problem. Youth will have the means to afford any type of mobile device they desire, enabling them to support themselves in their families. Implementing effective policies such as the 24-hour economy and National Women's Development Bank initiatives like the Big Push and the dedicated youth ministry will create more sustainable and building more infrastructure, dignified employment opportunities for all, contributing significantly to achieving sustainable development goals 1 and 2. Unfortunately, since 2018, Bawumia has failed to deliver on promises made to the Ghanaian people, including his pledge to have arrested the dollar. Today's mid-year budget review is Kwabena story. It is confident that JDM steps in to lead us forward. Okay. Yeah, that's it. My member right. Enti Raf, let me begin with you now. Now for your specifics. We are in an election year. And your crocodile John Amobe say ne mashada yen and be a kosu na actually be jegum because we are in an election year. We know say election year be a budgets and I say expenditure of government ekosro their projects swami me hwekumasi nko swami interchange no mo ho central markets no ho growth markets no mo ho. How are you as a party and a ruling government, because we person breaking 8 going to do this without affecting the fiscal policy? And I say we are what they have to form in there.
Let me on said Name Cassette.
You have about 7 minutes.
Okay, I can do it. I said Name Cassette. The Ghana for Sika and a year a Jubama Ghana for. So a do tembia, we have to make the money wet. And it's not just because I want to put down structures. In Cassette, Messi structure, Messi structure, because the resources is not enough. Into structure beer and now development beer we beer also share the effect on the people we are more. And anything I make say, if you put a structure at Adobenra, now I will see a trensu and echo. You start on the 74 students in a choir. omu nyina gyaye ye the transfer esa edo omu call no trouble so am ye do omu call
Adwenkyere na boy mo.
okay sorry am ye do omu call ticket it as you speak the structure is there obi anim
Nobody attends.
obi anim school ni mu but the truth is that sir resources no maybe in care DC baby fofora keso beba mfaso am o man that's what we have to look at
All right.
so kaya Minister Kasano say we are going to live within our means. Even though it's an election year, we're not going to spend beyond what we have told the people of Ghana. Earlier on, I told you, say, government budgets, the seats, it has been reduced by 21 billion. By now. And Adiaba Konswa, Abia Yenimsa, Beye no Krama, and you say, Abebwa, and say, on say IMF on my benchmarks. And obviously, in order to meet the benchmarks, you have to live within
Your means.
what you have decided to do. And that's exactly what we are doing.
I'm going to leave it that way. I affect him because you
No,
break the 8.
no,
No person breaking 8 developmental
no,
people.
we will
and then
believe-
I'm forced to say on rules and
Yeah, GD say, we are going to continue come 2025.
Mojidi.
Enti ye me ya ade a ebe esade asudie foforo ba beto ye so come 2025. Eti projects are ye no and one ye and we have projects or kika. Comfort not teaching hospital. It's not a new project. So Osho of Anko in Sawama, I don't know the last time I offer. It's not a new project. So water project are here in Kita. It's not a new project. Obechebi Lamti interchange are here. It's not a new project. Bypass are here no Kumasi Accra Road. Kumasi Accra Road. And your President Kofo and they started the dualization system. And then this is zero. And your Babeto. And the bypasser, yeah, projects are yeah, no airport. And one year, a ferry. Interview, I will go there and commission it. Agenda 111. By the time a Beko election, the funds are already there. And we told Ghanaians, by the time a Beko election, now we commission a lot of them. We are not going to spend beyond what we have promised the people. Say that's what we are going to spend. And I believe in the minister. Because don't forget, we are still living within the IMF conditionalities. And they supervise our budget. They supervise our projects.
So there's no way you're going to
So
go
there's no
overboard.
way we are going to go overboard. What we want Ghanaian people to know, they say, Yafa Huchirim as a country. But we are trying our possible best to make sure, say, we resurrect the system so that yenina ye ho san betoye as Ghana for. It ye me ya idea e din susu so bone e be bre o man when we continue next year because say ye na din susu so bone ba. Next year is the same Mahmoud Bawumia who is going to continue. It is ye na susu so bone ye dey na san be inheriting susu bone no. So ye nya idea e dey o man no. But we're going to make sure say we live within our means by making sure say indicators are there to a growth rate in a cost no be sustainable. Now through that we'll be able to bring inflation down more. We're able to stabilize the CD dollar rate so that the economy will be stable.
All right.
Economy is stable. We are good to go because KOD and unim now say I'm in time macro. KOD, adeɛ wei wadum here now. Do you know say we drew some shops e wadum. Na omo de some machine na friend kojoto no esiko. Na omo broadcasting o Ghana card a da be swap for phone. Edum here.
Sir.
Edum here.
Everyone na yes ade.
Phone swaps na e wa dum.
Omo be swap Ghana card no for your phone.
Swap your phone. If you have a phone, swap and you pay by installment.
Okay.
By installment. With Ghana card. Let's say we are doing something right as a country. Because in him, they are quick to tell you. Ebruche yan carry scam ebre and fan koto bibio. And also credit card. That's the direction that we are moving.
All right, but that's
and then young one was said we are spend that much. in digitization.
Thank you.
Especially with Ghana card.
Thank you very much. Honorable, thank you very much for your good works. I'm Joseph Aduku, New Assembly Member-elect in Manso in Kwanta number 2 electoral area in Wasa, Memphis Central District. And to know the results of... Mamusa, say, and they pay what they are doing. The home's economy say and all that.
I say,
won't you give them credit? No, is it not coming back? Who say back?
No credit.
Just allow him.
Sir, Obi, but that down, say, the economy, yawa.
Why are you saying so?
Because, Sandy Pacron, you demand a net saying. What best idea now, Badiana, I am the top.
Almost say.
And to us, I bet, oh, senior. Senior.
Just allow Ralph. Ralph, just allow. Please.
On the Casanamo house.
Just allow.
To be himself and this in a Ebeji Ghana. So, Obian himself and this Yama Ghana.
Obian say,
and this Yama Ghana.
Ralph, please. Ralph, please.
Ralph, please. Ghana ni bien himself. And this Yama Ghana. Ghana ni bien himself. Say, Corada, she is I am a Nebu man. Oh, my team says, yeah, I am a Nebu.
Now, some bastard on
That you see, as we speak today, Magana Nibian tells you, say, I am a phone Nebu man. Oh, my no, oh, my tam, oh, my no, you are not helping.
Ralph, you are not helping us. Ralph, please, you are not helping us, Mr.
Say, I Ghana phone him, say, say a mistake. Now, 2024, and see that. Yan Shay, Yango Pompengu, and go for his out to us or my nabo. Ghana ni bien him. You see, I want for a dean, I'm going to mean that any person was here. You. Mokasa Mubesi 5 interchanges or Ashanti region. This is your 8th year. Bakukura, what they want to mention. Baku say, Baku to mention. Mokasa Mubesi 5. Make sure say, yeah, and this for no one to Abama. You see, 10 community day schools. Momo buy, Monka 4 Musuma say,
10 states.
Oh, you see,
which is 10 times bigger than the community.
Adia, oh, you obviously show.
Ralph.
Because but you should keep quiet. Yama Asantemai 10 community day schools. I'm my 4 MPs I'm over 43 MPs. You can't even speak of 4. What can some baby see Chinese for change control? Sure. Okay, event is a in Chinese MP. I say, Bushia, change on. Go and I don't do a wood of food. A wood of fruit. Hey, change control for my Ralph, you are not helping. Come on, and this focus say, hey, you buy, yes, a community school once a month. Yes, people are almost and Chinese MP say. And this is for to me training more my Asante region. Even though Asante region and to back say more. To me training more ye. In the mobile schools and most of the Monte. You see Chinese for school, Chin Conscience, Goshia, school, no correct, our C school side, and would have Fuhuni now. And would I was there just last week. Me had many correct. Goshia school, no. I did join a new motive and would have Fuhuni now. And to the people of Ashanti region, this time. Young Kotoba no on tribal lines view. This time, you better talk about my party or body in Punto Brain, Central Market, I'm with them on Sakai, and I mean it is one. Yea, your time. Kajetia, and I do not any people who are Juma. Mobile, I'm with them on Sakai, and bet to Yama Memo, Musi, oh, Busiana, Mukwajiano, and see who Bahu, Mammy Fona and Friwa. Yaja own project, Ayaquaji Busia, Yaja 2 or Echo 2 years, and I just MP before. Uber project enough. What by evaluation who say KOD project in here 1,000 Ghana cedis. Yeah, almost record this can be to say and then my work also be meeting. I'm be 1,500. Now project to do 60%. That's the project in the hotel. That is kind of wine there. What the what the central market is cano? I'm a central market. I don't have trouble to come out and say so. Contractor free site to go 2 years. I'm not for that. No money. I don't have project to project no any government of Ghana project a project akwaje bosia na ode ye what's the ho ska and waje bosia and abeka kire ma me fo ne say sika na ode ye no bosia na ba na hu si hu no ekum aban to omutu and amanfo tu amankofo de trash obi wa fi so official market ne de trash or 20 be no wasaba 2 years ni contractor free site at any to other desktops to come out so o ka say meto that asantment mutimi na that asantment bi Ghana for hu Kumasi for hu say NDC for na mo be da say no mo yesremfo na autobama NDC autobama yesremfo no ene omo yesremfo no na ba ya omo be develop Ashanti region. No, you see I am being specific and I'm speaking to our people. Look, you can please listen. What have I said? Outright. Oh, you see? What? Make us say na my head.
The mic no.
Enti obia nim say NDC na ba odin punto ba santimem. Obi wo krom ha bia nim. Uni me na kwakwa da jan omo ye. Matena so saa 8 years. Mubaye Kumasi akwan anka mo ye. Mubaye new site akwan anka mo ye. Ebeka 3 months am ya to abe. Uni mo ye. Ono mo de excavator bi so wetu gun kwan. Utwa no mo cheda ejuduro mto tagata. Na omo ema ne nam afiefiem. Msimo hu se ekwan ya yedwi. Samutitia ba o me NDC for bombe jai. Propaganda omo ye okroma no. But ade a NDC for aka jo mama aka. Many amanfo share na nyume so jo mama aka say ye ba. Your first 1 year no. We are focusing on ongoing projects and abandoned projects. And the project project the first 1 year no. And no na ye babe and the same one ya wana bakosa sagrada. And then now we just
and the Cape Coast na the way e buy. Mr. Hope, Zaumia is the only MPP president. He can be a president of Ghana. The MPP man is joking. Ghana is not for MPP. Greetings to my MP, Dr. Afotofe Jomoro, constituency, Drogba, Owo, Egbajo, and Odeba. Could let NDC man stop lying. Ghana, we know Mahama. Good evening. I'm Michael from Accra, Awoshi. Look at the Nanado government, what he has done to the Ghana police. Wow, we need the continuity. All right. Everybody in the basic. Meda time naso. Meda time naso. Time naso. I'm being directed from there. So that is it. Raphael, there's some
senior high school. Saturday homecoming. Enti ye behre abemponfo nyina Saturday.
Enyo time na ye adwuma.
O say
time na ye adwuma. Nti 1 minute na ye adwuma.
Emesra school no. Na ye nyina ye develop school ni.
All right.
Enti abempon nyina.
Ye fundraising na e baso Friday.
Me say first kind of
fundraising. Medical ka say who ye businessman, who you be a person support say na who be a the business so aframe me am to ka ba ho
number na yes
ba
cover to joy
me number there
na be there from
o pese o hu mi a obi o kroma bia o pese o contact kwa me tia o fe nipa ba ku mienu a obenya me
nipa ba ko be
enti obi a pese o dia o nipa bia pese o hu ni bia
on brackets me ha
so o contact me and our Facebook e wetin dia kwa me tia Patrick on Facebook and I send the message and reply na mo contribute to your fundraising